Welcome to Darkest Dungeon, and this is obviously for Halloween, a very appropriate. This is basically a dark fantasy take on sort of a RPG sort of. No, stop. Don't need your help. Recording system. Darkest Dungeon. You are in control of a manor which has been undertaken. We're going to watch the intro cinematic, which is very good because the narrator for this is an amazing voice. And you are the heir, and you are recruiting heroes to help you clear out the various infestations which have occurred. We're going to start a new campaign, but first, let's watch the intro cinematic.
Ruin has come to family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch of moor. I lived all my years in ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fat by decadence and luxury. And I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of only fortune on swarthy workmen and shovels. At last, salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every unsettled the ancient earth, but we, realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled, laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadow. Darkest Dungeon.
And on that singularly happy note, we shall begin. So, various DLCs we're going to do. We are not going to do Crimson Court because this basically adds vampires and basically it adds great complexity, which is not necessary. Also, since I have technically not beaten this before, I've gotten a good ways, we're going to do on a relatively easier setting. And what shall our estate cost? It shall be Lord Buddies. That is good. And we are going to get started. We are just going to do the first mission, and we take the role of the heir, rather than our ancestors instead.
You will arrive along the old road. It was with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted country, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There's a sickness in the ancient, pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path, you will face vicious violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So hold yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our mission.
I'm going to turn the music down a bit since it seems a bit loud. But one of the elements that you might have heard as a common theme is this is very much not so much about just the physical overcoming of various terrors and things, but also the various psychological and fear aspects of such. Okay, that should hopefully be good. Alright, we start with our Just a Crusader and a Highwayman, Dismas and Reynold. There are many different characters, and you can do various things. This is just the first
Brigands have run up these
options.
lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
Yes, I understand the tutorial. You have this light mechanic.
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of rival.
It is turn-based, I will get to that. Light affects many things. When you have high light, it helps you fight. When light is low, it helps the enemies. But it also can help you find greater loot. Just in case. We're going to just do a melee attack on him. I believe, yes, he is surprised, so we get a full frame attack before. Attacks basically have accuracies. There's also ones which are just for buffing and such. And then doing a normal attack, and he's gonna...
The slow death, unforeseen, unforgiving.
The narrator is just so good. Yes, there are many interactive objects which you can do various things. Some require items, some can have very disastrous circumstances.
Nothing unchecked. There is much to be found in Forgottenses.
We are going to only do a
An
very
ambush.
short...
Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
I'm going to pretty much do a very short start because, well, I don't have forever to record today. Just to give a very brief introduction to the various mechanics, I use that attack to stun him because, well, he's a big boy.
Their formation has been maintain the offensive.
That is one of the interesting things. When you kill people, their corpses can be left behind. It can be rather irritating, let's say, when there are ranged people behind, but you can take out the melees positions, like this big guy, and they're still there. You'll notice below that we have a health bar as well as a stress bar. If your stress gets to 100, you have a chance to either overcome
A devastating blow.
or succumb, which can give you a personality trait. If you get to 200, you literally die of a heart attack. Crits are good. They reduce your stress and also give you a buff. Crits against you hurt a lot, can debuff you, and can cause extra
Prodigious size
Also
alone
killing
not
people.
dissuade the sharpened blade.
Alright, we did good. Technically, we can continue. We want to grab the chest. We do not have a key, but that is sad. Very sad. However, we're done, so we return. We get a quest reward as well as whatever things we get, which, as we will see in other quests, starts to become a very interesting thing as you have to trade the various supplies you may be carrying, like food, torches, against trying to bring back more gold or more heirlooms to upgrade your mana. Also, you have a chance to get, well, you always get experience for levels, but you also can get various traits, be good or bad. Unyielding gives us death blow resist. When you're at 0 HP, you don't instantly die. You have death blows where you have a chance to live. However, he also has a fear of unholy, so unholy enemies are not great opponents for him. And
Welcome home, such as it is.
trying not to interrupt our great
This
narrator.
squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
Here we have our kind of activity log with the various quests, which are the various bosses, such as the Necromancer Lord, the Prophet, the Brigands, Swine King, all sorts of things. And these ones are for the one of their DLCs, the I believe Farms of Madness, something like that, Seeds of Madness, I believe. But the main one being the Darkest Dungeon. We're going to go and look at a number of these things. First of all being, we have this...
A mecca of madness and morbidity. Your work ends.
These are the various regions. So Farmstead is the madness area, which is that DLC. This is where the Crimson Court would be, but don't want to deal with vampires and blood issues everywhere. But then there's a number of different regions, each with their types of enemies, and of course, the Darkest Dungeon, which requires you to have high-level heroes. Missions can reward you with relics, all sorts of things. You're able to recruit new heroes.
Women and men, soldiers, laws,
we'll
fools,
get to many of these things. The
and
tavern
corpses.
and the sanitarium.
All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
Or the various afflictions that people might gain. Graveyard, obviously, if people die. Shop for trinkets. Guild to upgrade their skills and unlock new ones, and then the blacksmith to upgrade their armor. However, this is where we're leaving it for today. Just a quick intro, and I might do more. It's a very interesting game, and about both the stress of fighting against evil, as well as the strength to overcome it. Thank you for watching.